name is Deborah and this is my channel Stitch the Stash, and I'm here with you today for my second Stitch with Me video. I know this one has been a long time coming. It's been several months since I've done my very first one, but several of you have requested me to continue doing them, so here I am today. Today is Sunday, October 20th, 2019. We are almost at the end of October and into November. Oh, where has the time gone? Today is a very cloudy, overcast day. I am using my natural light from the window next to me, so I'm hoping this works out okay. It's a little bit of a struggle for me to see the fabric in this light, but we'll see how it goes. So what are we working on today? Well, this is Butterflies by Stitchrovia. I love this pattern. I started this last year for, I believe, in Stitch Mania 2018. I've picked it up here and there, but honestly, as you can see, I do not have much done. I have 2 full butterflies. Oh, and I see I have to still do the dots in the centers of that butterfly. So not even 2 complete butterflies. I am saving all of the back stitching for last. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me see here. Take my glasses off. Maybe I can see it a little better. Bring my pattern closer so I know what I'm doing. And hopefully you guys will be able to see what I'm doing. All right, so I'm working on this little butterfly next door to this big one. I thought, since I already had it started, let's go ahead and move on with that one. So yeah, like I said, it's been several months since I've done a Stitch with Me. I'm hoping to do them more on a regular basis, maybe once a month. I know I've said that before, but life happens. And you just go with the flow. I know I owe everyone an update video. It's been 3 weeks since I've done one of those. I was planning on doing one this weekend, yesterday, but the day got away from me, you know, with household chores and everything else. It just didn't happen. I usually like to record when I'm home alone and my husband goes and has coffee with his brother every Saturday afternoon, so that gives me an opportunity to record. And he was only gone for like an hour, and he's usually gone for like 3-4 hours, so it's okay. I'll come back next week, next weekend. I know it'll been 4 weeks since I recorded, but that's okay. What I've been trying to do with my stitching during the past 3 weeks is I've been trying to work on a lot of the same projects, so I don't have a million projects to share, and there may be 1 or 2 additional projects to share that you haven't seen before. That's okay. It is what it is. I'm still hoping my video will be under an hour, because I know that's the fan favorite of under an hour or shorter. But we'll see. I have been doing, I've had a lot of finishes lately. I've had 3 finishes during the past 9 days, and I'm super excited about that. I'm on a finishing kick. I only have 1 more project that is close to being a finish, and then everything else in my WIP list needs a little bit more time, a little more focus to have it finished. So, yeah. So I have 3 finishes to share with you next weekend, maybe a 4th one. We shall see what I do today. Magical Stitches is still going strong. However, this week, past week, I've only finished 3 of the 7 tasks that we were assigned. Each task was 200 stitches each, and I have 3. It's just been a really off week for stitching. We've had a little bit of a craziness happen here. I've mentioned before that Manny and I take care of the feral cats in our neighborhood. Sometimes they're strays and they're friendly. And there was this little kitty that we had been feeding probably for the past month. And we have a local woman here that we've connected with that does trapping, neutering, and releasing of kitties in our neighborhood. So I reached out to her. We decided that we wanted to trap this one cat that we believed was very friendly, and we wanted to get at the time we thought it was a she. Wanted to get her off the streets, and especially since the weather's getting colder. I mean, we do have winter winter housing outside for them to use in the cold weather, and they have used them. They used them last year. But when they're friendly like that, we'd like to see if we can do something for them. So we borrowed a trap from her, and Monday night we were hoping she was going to show up, and didn't. But sure enough, at the 5 a.m. feeding, they came, and Manny trapped them, and about 3 hours later, he was picked up by our local contact here, and she took him for us. And long story short, Tuesday was a very long day. The cat ended up having a chip. She was able to track down the owners of this cat, and also this cat turned out to be male, unneutered, so that contributes to the kitty population here in the city. So by the end of Tuesday, she was able to connect with the owner, and basically we were able to get them to surrender the cat to us. So basically they opened the door and kicked the cat out, which is horrible. But anyway, so on Friday, Manny and I took him up to a vet up in Westchester that specializes in cats, and we were able to get him neutered. This vet has a special anesthesia for cats with heart murmurs because this cat was originally diagnosed with a grade 3 heart murmur. So they can be neutered or put under anesthesia, but it's a special anesthesia. And so we took him up there. He got a clean bill of health. He got neutered. And the vet could not detect a heart murmur in him. And he said it's common that maybe when he was first brought into the shelter that he was adopted from originally, the stress of being going through a major life change of going off the street into a shelter, the stress of that could have caused what was sounded like a heart murmur. But so fortunately he does not appear to have one. The vet said the things to look out for to see if maybe, it could possibly come back or be heart disease, but he's got a clean bill of health, and he is a love bug. We really, really, really wish we could keep him. As you know, we already have 2 cats that, our first adopted cat, Shanna, she's not as welcoming to new kitties, and she has had a very hard time accepting Chloe, who is our calico that we also took off the street 2 years ago, another friendly cat. So it is what it is. However, we have someone to adopt him, so no worries. He's gonna be in the indoor home that he deserves to be in. So yeah, so that's what our week has been. It's been a little crazy, and taking care of little kitties, and that's okay. All right, so back to stitching. Let me get a sip of water first. All right. So yes, November is right around the corner. New York City Marathon is around the corner. It's the first Sunday of every November. Super excited about that. I have run the New York City Marathon. I did back in 2006. It was my very first marathon, and it was something I will never forget. And it's a magical experience. And I had hoped to run it a second time, but when I was signed up to run it in 2012, when Hurricane Sandy came through and the marathon got canceled. So I ended up getting into the Philadelphia Marathon, which is every end of November, right before Thanksgiving. They graciously opened up, I think, 100 slots for anyone who was participating in the New York City Marathon. It was a lottery, and I entered and I got in. So I still had a marathon year in 2012. Super exciting. It was a lot of fun. I miss it. I would love to run another marathon. I've run 3 because 2013 was my last marathon when Manny and we did our first backpacking trip in Europe in 2013. And we did it from August to September for 3 weeks. And when we came back, it was like, because of all the walking we did, it was like we never lost our running where we were at prior to going on our trip. So we said, what the hey? We signed up for the Philly Marathon together, and that was my last marathon. And that was Manny's last marathon. Manny's only run 2. Yeah, 2. He's not a big racer. He likes to run for the fun of it, but he did enjoy participating. We did not actually run the marathon together because he is a super fast runner, and I am not. I can't keep up with him. So he met me at the finish line. All right, so I'm done with that color. So let me just end this color off, and we'll move on to the next one. Yeah, I need to get this butterfly project out more often because I do love it. All right. Whoops. I think my head just hit the camera. Apologize if it did. But anyway, okay, next color. Let's see. That goes, oh, that is, 606. 606. I am using, this is my BagzPlus Floss Buddy Flip. I believe it's a 45 pocket, and it has the nice little Velcro pocket where I keep the pattern and the actual stitching piece in there. And as you can see, I do not have 45 threads for this, but what I'm going to do is, I should have done it the first time when I loaded this up, is I'm going to put a space between each, and then my loose threads, I just stick behind the color in the pocket above it that's empty. Because right now I'm using my That's So Calico Special Edition Bitzy Bob. So yeah, so I'm using my flip. All right. Let's get some more thread here. Yeah, I originally was going to talk about books that I have read, because I've read a lot of books, but the ones I've recently finished, I forgot to do, I do a little printout of them, so I have the synopsis, so I can accurately tell you what it's about if I stumble across my thoughts on them, and I don't have them printed out, so. But I will, I've read a lot of books over the past couple of months because Magical Stitches, there's a bunch of reading prompts monthly, well, yearly extra credit reading assignments. And 1 year of Harry Potter is over 2 months. So I've been doing a lot of that reading, and I've read some extra books on the side that are just because I want to read them. Yep, so hopefully I'll be able to give you some book recommendations. I can tell you right now, I did read, excuse me, I'm reaching across. I did read The Day the World Came to Town, 9/11 in Gander, Newfoundland. All my books are via audio, and that book came available to me. It had like a 17, 18 week hold on it. When I put a hold on it in the library, it came available to me on September 11th. So I felt it was it was meant to happen and meant to be read. And I listened to it. It took me only a few days to listen to it, and it is an excellent, excellent book. I was here on September 11th in New York City. I was living here. I moved here in 1997. So I was here the day it happened. I remember it very vividly. And yeah. Let me see. I just need to get this started. So it might be out of your screen, but just need to bring it a little closer so I can see. But I highly recommend. I mean, it took me years to be able to read it, and it's amazing. It reminded me of how it was here from the days, weeks, even months after September 11th, how everyone treated each other. And too bad we can't be like that on a daily basis. Because the world did come together that day, and we always seem to come together when tragedy strikes. And I really wish we could love and respect and cherish each other when it isn't a tragedy. But anyway, I highly recommend it if you have not read it. I have not seen the Broadway show. I know it's excellent. I have been told by many people who have seen it that it's an excellent show. But I felt I wanted to read the book. Read the book before I ever saw a show. And I don't know if it's still showing here in the city. Probably is. I haven't seen a Broadway show in forever. Okay, there we go. Yeah, my light is not great, so I'm having a hard time seeing just a little bit. But anyway, so that is a book that I read, listened to, whatever. Highly recommend it. I did finish the book of the All Souls trilogy. I finished all 3 of those books in that series. Highly recommend them. They are by Deborah Harkness. And for the way someone had told me while I was reading the second book that they've read all 3 and they wanted more. And so it got me super excited to read the last book. But I was also apprehensive because I was like, oh, is it going to be like a cliffhanger type thing? And I tell you what, there definitely could have been a 4th book. So, excellent. I mean, you did get closure, I guess, but there definitely could have been room for a 4th book for this series. I believe there is another book out that she has written that goes into detail about two of the characters in this trilogy series. It's not the main 2 characters, but I have not gotten those out of the library yet, so I'm not sure if I want to read those or not. I might give it a try, because I did love this series very, very much. Okay, here I said I wasn't prepared to give book reviews, and here I just gave 2. Let's see. Yeah, so my mother's birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday, Mama. I hope you had a great day. I told her I hope it was filled with stitching, and she quickly replied, "You mean frogging?" But I don't think she had too much to frog, so it's all good. Because from my opinion, spending your birthday stitching all day, that's not bad. I'd rather be doing that than having to work on my birthday. Let me see how many stitches I need. I need 4, 5, 6. Okay. Yeah, I have shadows today, so hopefully this isn't bad. However, if you're stitching with me, you're probably not even watching. You're just listening to me, which is okay. I love Stitch With Me videos. I don't stitch with them. I actually watch them simply because when I usually watch them, I am on my lunch break. And sometimes I don't have my stitching with me when I watch them. Or I might watch them, I come home from work and I've made myself some dinner. I'll watch them while I eat dinner. So I am one of those individuals that doesn't always stitch with Stitch With Me. But I enjoy them. And I do watch them. So yeah. So, oh boy. So Chloe's out here with me. But she's being awfully quiet. Well, I don't know where she is. She was out here. Maybe she's gone back to the bedroom to hide because the washer was going and she doesn't like the washer and dryer. They scare her. So, yep. So have everybody been watching the Instagram posts of all the retreats that are happening this weekend? Oh my, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I gotta go over 2. Okay. Looks like everyone who is in Iowa had a fantastic time. Everyone who is in Utah for Debbie and Kef's Snug Harbor Crafts first retreat. That looked like a lot of fun. Sip of water. Yeah, it looked like a lot of fun, and all the Brenda Gervais patterns that we are seeing from the Midwest retreat look fabulous. Yeah, just a little jealous, but I was able to go to 2 retreats this year, so I feel super lucky. I just count my stitches, see how many I have. Okay, go all the way back across. Yeah. I'm going to StitchCon next year, and I know that New Jersey retreat for next year is in the works. We haven't been given the details yet, but that should come out soon, next few weeks. And I'm hoping to maybe get into the retreat that Fancy Works is putting on in March. It's not open to the public yet, but maybe I'll head to Indiana in March for a few days. That would be super exciting. So, yeah. Let me see. Okay, I'll go back across. I was just trying to decide if I wanted to go down the green or not. But I'll just go back across. Yeah, the colors that I see in the picture of this pattern, and of course we always say this with all the pictures we see, that the colors are different or not what we expect when we see the colors in person. And for this butterfly, the picture, I didn't realize that this was a red. It looked more of the pinky color. So it's okay. This is a very vibrant piece and I love it. And as I'm seeing this red next to these greens, they go well together. But of course, this is a Stitchrovia pattern. She's very colorful. We all know that. She likes her colors. So, and they always all play well together. Yeah, so I'm at 25 minutes. I don't want to make this super long. And here, didn't know if I'd have anything to say. Yeah. Halloween is coming. Yeah, so I have finished. I went from Halloween to, yes, I have finished 3 projects. So now I'm down to 36 whips. And I know that's a lot, but I seem to be okay hovering around 40. As long as I have things finishing, I'm okay with that. So I'm down to 36 whips. And I had all these plans I was supposed to have 3 starts in September. I only had 1, which is fine. Then I had planned 5 to 6 starts this month. I haven't had any. And I was okay with allowing with myself to have starts because they were like theme starts. So like this month it was all going to be Halloween starts because I'm just down to 1 Halloween pattern now and I need more than that in my life. And yeah, I know I'm planning. I want to start Garden of Erie by Plum Street Samplers. I'm hoping to start that today. I know Stephanie from Stitch Goes My Heart. She was doing a sal for that. It's an open-ended sal. That started last month. And then Jessie for Jessie Marie's Does Stuff had watched my latest update video and commented saying that she wants to start it and that maybe she'll start it with me. So I know I want to start it this month for sure. I'm thinking hopefully maybe today. And if not, hopefully the 26th because I have, for the last Sunday of this month, I am starting Toil and Trouble. That is a definite start. And then I have something, I want to start something on Halloween. So yeah, I have at least, oh, and I still need to start my piece from Hawk Run Hollow, Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. I was supposed to start that on the 16th for Rachel from Fantasy Stitches, and it was her birthday, and I didn't have my fabric in time from the postman, so I haven't started that yet, but I want to get one of those blocks. I'm doing the blocks individually, so I want to get one of those started. So yeah. All right, guys. So I'm at about 28 minutes. I think this is where I'm going to stop because I'm at a page break and I need to pull out my other part of the pattern and see how many stitches I need to go over here with this color. So I'm going to go ahead and end this one here. I hope you enjoyed stitching with me today. I will be back in the future with another Stitch With Me video. I promise it won't be months. So look for one hopefully sometime in November. I have Thanksgiving weekend off, so if I haven't done one before then, hopefully I can get one out to you guys that weekend. All right, y'all. I hope you have a wonderful stitching week. I will be back on Saturday or Sunday with my next update video. Until then, guys, happy stitching. Bye.